We're back at the Sands Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada. You're seeing the scene here in the ballroom as we are getting set for a Thai fight, a Muay Thai, I guess you would have to call it. Purely two fighters from Thailand, Singnoom Sitomnoi and Tantanannoi Sitsilachai, I believe. As close as I'm going to get tonight. Dan Walker along with John Worley, and we're joined by our special guest here, Superfoot, the great Bill Wallace. And we're more than happy to have you, Bill. It's nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Bill, what would you be doing if you were having to fight these? You've watched some of this Thai fighting. How would you handle these guys?
Well, it's so entirely different because we as Americans are taught to fight from the waist up. Anything kicking below the waist is to us like dirty fighting. You know, you see the bad guy in wrestling kick the guy and sweep him and punch him and things like this below the waist and grab his legs and cheat and things like this. But in Muay Thai, it's perfectly legal to use all four weapons: your hands, your knees, your feet, your elbows, everything. And we as Americans, this is very new to us.
It is.
And it hurts.
Yeah, it does.
A lot.
It seems like it ought to. Well, we'll be back with more action right after this on Score. Just about ready to go here. Remind you, these are going to be 3-minute rounds with a 2-minute rest period. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Chuck Hull, for the introductions.
In the blue corner, fighting out of Bangkok, Thailand, weighing in at 139 pounds, he is 25 years of age, stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall, has a professional record of 21 wins, 5 defeats, no draws, with 15 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Singnoom Sitomnoi. And in the red corner, also from Bangkok, Thailand, weighing 139 pounds, he is 19 years of age, stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, has a professional record of 20 wins, 8 defeats, no draws, with 5 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tantanannoi Sitsilachai.
In case you're wondering, the headdress that these gentlemen are wearing signifies the school that they went to and is also worn as a token of respect. Music you are hearing is a traditional Thai ceremony that goes on with these fighters before each and every fight in Thailand.
You know, they've misidentified, I've got them in the wrong corners. Actually, Sitsilachai is in the blue corner, and he's wearing the blue pants. Sitomnoi is in the red corner with the red pants. This is Sitomnoi that we're watching now.
And again, each fighter does this before each fight. It's part of a ceremony that takes place in Thailand.
What they're basically doing is a ceremonial type address, but they're telling their opponent, they're telling the audience basically what they're going to do during the fight. And again, you can see the movement here. He's bobbing and weaving, like we would call it, doing different movements and so forth, just explaining to the people what they are about to see, hopefully.
Audience rapt at this ceremony. This is something they don't see very often, and frankly, I'm a little intrigued with it myself, Bill.
Well, you know, again, they're just explaining what's going on in their fight. They fought each other before, so they know what each other is doing. So they, can kind of draw it out a little bit and relax as they're doing it. Plus, it uses it as a relationship to relax them.
Of course, our fighters do the same thing. They just do it in shorter time and louder words.
Yes,
all.
Their corner psychs them up.
So I guess
the colorful headdress that we're watching the fighters now taking off before they get ready to go tells what gym they're from. The red headdress there will tell them that they're from a particular gym. That's kind of their patch, I guess you would say, that identifies where they train. They're stable.
Yeah.
Now these will be, again, 3-minute rounds with 2-minute breaks. This is what you would see if you were in Bangkok this evening.
Here we go, round 1.
And again, you will hear the Thai music in the background on a constant and ongoing basis. As near as I can understand this, Bill Wallace, there just is no part of the body that it's not okay to hit with.
Everything is legal except for the groin area. They don't go for the groin, but everything else is legal. If you notice it, they're working oftentimes against the joint also, and only because their opponent is designed and he's ready to defend against it.
It would seem to me that would shorten the ring life of a lot of fighters.
They have a very short ring span.
Another thing you're seeing is that when the fighters get in close, they don't really do much with their hands, but they like to throw knees and elbows from very close. They'll grab onto each other and then try to drive the knees in.
Well, most of the torque happens from the grabbing, let's say, the head and using the knees to the rib area or to the thigh area, which deadens a lot of the muscle groups and makes it very hard to lift that leg up.
And again, as we say, that the targets here are they just grabbed him by the face and then punched him there. Well, that's legal, I guess.
Everything is.
Well, Sitsilachai in the blue has pushed most of the action. He seems to be the more aggressive of the two fighters. Oh, that hurts from here.
It sure does. It just seems like he would have to hurt an awful lot. But as Bill says, if you kill the nerve endings in your thighs and shins, why, makes it easier. Just about a minute and a half left in this 3-minute first round, scheduled for 5. All Thai fights are 5 rounds, as I understand it.
If you notice, the gentleman in blue, he takes more of an orthodox boxing stance, whereas the gentleman in red uses the Muay Thai stance with the hands held high and so forth.
Pace is slowed down a little bit as they're kind of stalking around a little bit. They're not throwing much diversity of technique, and that's one thing you see that's different from the American kickboxers to the Thai boxers. The Thai boxers rely pretty much exclusively on those round kicks to the legs, very little punching. They try to throw them up to the head occasionally.
Most of their techniques are circular movements. And again, you're talking 5 3-minute rounds of very hard kicking to the legs. So about the 3rd or 4th round, those legs start getting very heavy.
Got about 10 seconds left to go here in the first round, scheduled 5. As we are looking at Sitomnoi in the red trunks, Sitsilachai in the blue. We will be back after this. And the crowd responding to something, I'm not sure what, as we start up here. Round number 2, 3-minute rounds. Of course, we had the 2-minute break. Sitsilachai in the blue trunks, Sitomnoi in the red. And these knees that are going into ribs and hips here are hurting, folks.
If you notice, the gentleman in the blue is really protecting that left knee. I think it's his left knee.
I thought it was his right knee that he was having problems with over there.
It's the one that he keeps bending is the left knee.
Yeah.
So
you notice these guys will grab the other guy around the neck and jump up and hit him with a knee, and those knees are going into short ribs, folks. It don't look that bad, but it hurts. You can feel it from here.
Almost a hip throw there.
Now that is legal, isn't it, Bill? Hip throws are legal?
Throws are legal. I believe they are.
I think that they haven't figured out anything that isn't legal.
No, I believe it is legal simply because a lot of times, because of the throws, and let's say when one of the guys jumps up in the air to throw the elbow, the other person can counter by throwing.
You almost wonder what it makes, what the referee is not obviously seeing anything he hasn't seen before by the look on his face. No. You wonder what it is exactly the referee does in this fight.
Well, he just breaks them up when they're in close like that.
There's not,
but I guess I'm wrong again there.
Again, we don't mean to be taking this lightly. We are not. It's just the simple fact is that this is something we don't get to see a whole lot of, and quite frankly, it's fascinating. Dan Walker, along with John Worley and our special guest Bill Superfoot Wallace here at the Sands Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas on Coors Super Fights. 1.5 minutes left in the second 3-minute round. These rounds are 3 minutes.
The point system, if you've been watching our kickboxing this evening, is vastly different here because a knockdown in Muay Thai does not mean the same thing. If the man in blue knocks his opponent down with a kick and doesn't cause any damage, it's not considered a knockdown. And the same scoring action takes place, except kicking techniques to the legs count just as much as the kicking technique to the body or to the head. And again, the punching techniques are just as effective.
Elbow into the face there. About 45 seconds left to go on this round.
He's split.
And we'll take a look at this cut right here and see.
Now that's the result of a spinning elbow. Sitsilachai spun around with his elbow up high, came around and whacked him really good with the back of his elbow, and we've got a pretty major cut now.
And the doctor will take a look at that. As you can see, that's a Good work by our cameraman there. If Sitsilachai will just turn a little bit back this way. Excuse me, if Sitomnoi will turn back this way. Well, we'll be back with more action right after this on Score.
We're going to take a look now at this elbow, the spinning elbow, I believe is what caused the damage. Here he comes around. Look at that elbow up there, nice and high, and whack, right up on the forehead.
Well, and the referee, or the doctor, I would guess, has stopped this fight. The cut to Sitomnoi, considered to be just too much damage to go on. As you can see it there right above his eye, right on his eyebrow, his right eyebrow. Right now not bleeding too heavily, but if he were to continue with this fight, you can bet that he'd tear it more. A lot of blood into the eye. There's just no point in that. So the fight has been stopped, and Sitsilachai has won this fight on, would they call it a technical knockout, you suppose? Or
Sure would be. Yeah, it's a TKO.
Referee stops contest.
Yeah, and you know, the difference between this and American kickboxing is that if that had happened in an American kickboxing bout, the fight would have again been stopped, but then the fighter that threw the elbow would have been disqualified. The guy with the cut would have won.
Well, let's go up to our ring announcer, Chuck Hull, for the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of the ringside physician, the referee stops the bout at 2 minutes 25 seconds of the second round. The winner by a TKO, Tantanannoi Sitsilachai.
Now, interesting enough, though, you know, in some of the earlier fights, we saw money being thrown into the ring, but now nobody's throwing any money at Sitsilachai. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that is interesting. Well, we'll be back with more action right after this on Score.